Hello. So in this session, in this video, I am going to explore AI agents and then we're going to build an AI agent. So to start with, what is an AI agent or what are AI agents? So AI, artificial intelligence is becoming popular, and with lots of autonomy being driven by them. So AI agents, they are a type of artificial intelligence system that can understand and respond to customer inquiries without human intervention. So basically, these agents are, you can say, they have autonomy, right? They're autonomous because they can independently make decisions, and then they will take actions without any human intervention. They are also goal oriented. So this is just, they are software programs that will take, they have a goal, right? And then they will have a lot of data, and from that they will make decisions. So in the case of goal oriented, they are designed to achieve specific goals, and these goals are set by us. So we can say, okay, I want like the best food joint in my neighborhood. So that's the goal. So that's how it, to reach its goals, it will use the data and it will make the decision. So if it will say, okay, this is the one. Instead of this, do you want to go here because it's vegetarian versus another? So it has a goal and it works towards that. And then it also uses machine learning. So all these agents, they improve their performance because of their whatever power they is because of the learning. And they will, that's how they become smarter. Otherwise, every time when you ask a question to the chatbot, it does not give the same answer, right? It's always improving, it's learning. And also they are also interacting with the environment, they're gathering information. And then finally, it's the complexity, right? So it's basically, they will be, they're complex in the way that they're designed and then they work. So some of the examples of the AI agents you can see are self-driving cars, right? They're coming right around the corner. We already have a lot of Waymo cars running around. We have Tesla automatic car coming in June from in starting in Austin. So these are some of the self-driving. So basically, it has, of course, it is a combination of a lot of AI agents because they are making decisions. When a car is driving without a driver, it's making a lot of decisions on behalf of a human. So that's one of the very common examples. There are many other agents also, like their virtual assistants. They will help the customer. So if you ask a question, a lot of them these days, every most of the websites, they have a chatbot. So if you ask, it will give already a lot of answers and recommendations to you, and what is good for you and what is what you should do. So these so that's how they're gaining popularity. So what we can do is, let's look at the architecture. How, so this is a very high level, but this is somehow, this can be very complex, but at a simple way. On a chatbot, you give an input, what is the best food joint around my neighborhood. Now the AI agent, I'm going to in this session explore AWS Bedrock and will build an agent. But let's say the data. So how does this Bedrock, what does it do, right? It has to have some kind of data. So there is, we can put a lot of data in an Excel sheet or a particular format in S3. We can have files laying, and then we can have an API. So the combination of all the three is what is its data that will be fed to the Bedrock, and it will give the output. Now the API is basically, you can have a third party. You can make API calls, so you can make like calls to another website that will return the data, and that data can be fed to the AI agent. On the back end, we can also have a Lambda, which basically will sit over here, and it will gather all the output of this and present to the Bedrock. And Bedrock agent, we will create this agent right now, and then this agent, we will create these later, but we will explore Bedrock right now. So let me go to the Bedrock. So if you see, I logged in to this is my AWS, and I went to agents, and then here I come here, and I was trying to create one. So let me see, let's create an agent. So we can just call it another name, or if it's already existed, let's call it um, agent test, best agent test. Okay, one, let's say description, just it's an uh, test agent to begin with. So there are also possibility of multi-agent collaboration, which we are not going to do. So, and begin with, and then I'll say create. So when I am creating this agent, it will probably take a while. Okay, so now this is the agent builder. So this agent builder is basically what we are going over here is a name, a description, right? And in addition, now we have to select the model. So this is the important part. So let's see if I can go down. So in here, so create, now we have to use a service role. I'm just going to use an existing service role which is already provided by AWS. But if you want, because this agent, right, it's your Bedrock is going to access Lambda, it's going to do some stuff, so it has to have a role. Now important, now this is the one, select model. So if you see here, I'm at Amazon and you can pick the model, but none of them is available. I go to this one, this is also not available. So then I click on request access. So in the case of request access, so Amazon will not, it has not given any access, but basically I can pick the model that I want. So, and then I have to request them the access. So if I do any one of them, so let's see, I'm thinking to do DeepSeek. Okay, so let's do DeepSeek one, and then I will say available to request. I clicked on it and I selected it, and I'm going to, so then because they will bill me, right? So you have to be careful, because the billing will start, but to test I'm just going to enable it for a while, and then I'm going to disable it. And once I do this, then I will say next. So model access, I have requested it, so process terms, and then I will submit it. So once I get access, then I can start using the agent. So I think it will take a while. So once I have access, I will. So it's granted. So now if I see over here, okay, so what I did was I also went ahead, and so this was one of the models. The one I only have access over here, model provider, is Amazon or Anthropic. So DeepSeek is not available. So what I did is I went ahead and went to Amazon again, requesting model access for Nova Micro, because I see that Nova Micro is there, right? So once I submit this, then I should have access to the Nova Micro. So if you see, I have now access to Amazon Nova Micro. Okay, now access granted. So if I go and refresh it, I should be able to see it. So if I go back and select models, or probably it will take me to refresh it, but I should be able to see the Nova Micro now. Okay, so I see it. I had to just refresh this, and then I am able to see it. And then model without access. Okay, so now if I apply, so I'm able, so now this is the agent provided by Amazon. So, and I will use an existing role, Bedrock. Okay, and now we can give instructions to the agents. So basically, we will what. So that is something that I will edit it later. But basically, what is, so this is how you build an agent. But now we have to see what the agent is. So if you want your agent to answer all the queries for the customer, so we have to give those instructions, right? So you can say that answer all what the queries in a formatted manner, or if you want to pull all the data from the backend from some external system, and then you want it to be presented in a nice way. Those are the instructions so that's what it says. You have to provide clear and specific instructions for the task. Only then it works. So, and then if you see, I can at least create the agent, and we can go ahead and later edit it. Code interpreter, I have disabled it. User input is, we can allow it, because then it will capture the input of the user. And other than that, real time session is some basic. Okay, and then the next part is the action group. So what is an action group? So action group can be, we can have multiple action groups. So we will add one action group. Let's say it will bring the data from S3 bucket, and the next action group can be use that data in the or bring the files, and we can have a second action group to load the data, and then load the data from the API, and then do something else. So we can have multiple action groups over here, and as part of that, and then we can finally and we can also use some knowledge base. But so let me save the agent first, and then I will come back, save and exit. So we have been, so we created the agent successfully, right? So if you go to my agents, so it has a page. So if you see over here, I have this agent now. This is my agent. No, this is an old one. This is the one I was testing. So this one is not prepared. So that is now, once this is the agent has been created, but it won't work until we provide it, we feed it with a lot of data and the other logic. So that is what the next step is. We will create agent groups, and that agent group we will combine. We'll put as part of this agent. We'll edit it, and then we will feed it, and then we'll give clear instructions so that the agent will be able to give the output.